Personally, myself, I have never been at peace, at ease with the term or the word history, actually, because it was always someone else's story, his story. I'd like to talk about our story, my dear esteemed viewer. I'd like to talk about the story that belongs to all of us, to all of human life on earth, and is often reflected in the creation myths, in the planets, in the heavens, with a common theme, a singularity of narrative, if you will. But these myths were based on something the world over. They were based on fact. And this is why, around the world, we see the same tales of how one God was instrumental in assisting humanity during creation, the Great Flood, bringing knowledge to humanity. All cultures have their own creation stories of the gods and goddesses, beings on ships that first came from the skies, often wearing masks or strange clothing, and possessed some amazing abilities. There were giants, or what were known as the Anakim, war epochs between two sides of a family. And all over the earth, we also share very similar artwork, music, and technology, largely based on extraterrestrial activity and intervention. From Lemuria to Atlantis to Sumeria to Egypt. These portray the story of our cosmos, the constellations, the sun and the moon, and put into human and God forms. Personally, I feel that much of what we attribute to the Anunnaki was not their own doing. For instance, I think that the Anunnaki were limited in their abilities, yet were given credit for doing things that were done by other alien species, by the Emerald Covenant. But as human beings saw the Anunnaki as gods and goddesses, they naturally transferred credit to the Anunnaki. And further, I believe, as I've stated in previous videos, that the Anunnaki can be applied much broader term in its word definition, those who from heaven to earth came. It is a blanket term that refers to all of the some 20 different ET alien species races that have interacted with mankind. But as human beings saw the Anunnaki as gods and goddesses, they naturally transferred credit to the Anunnaki because they were more tangible, something they could see, make an image of, and so forth. So, although this may not be for everybody, I had one comment where, how did my video get in their feed? It was trash content. Although this may not be for you, may not be for everybody, this message, but because some people simply aren't interested or curious about any of this stuff. They're perfectly fine with, and that's fine. You can go your own way. It's fine. It's just fine. Why could it be of value to examine our past in this particular way, though? With our connections to extraterrestrials, as well as with our past lifetimes, how could this be of value to anybody? Because when we remember more of who we are, why we continue to repeat patterns without understanding them, then we can be more of our whole selves in a way that is free from the old baggage. We can be more of this new meta-human. We can have clear knowledge of ourselves, accept ourselves, heal what needs healing, and create what we want to have for our future. Or to quote from one of my most favorite legendary TV shows, popular show, Kung Fu, in the episode The Legend Continues, and I quote from my favorite TV show, "The seeds of destiny are nurtured by our roots in the past." So we are here looking into the roots of our past, and by doing so, the seeds of our destiny. So I want you to hit that subscribe button. We got some more exciting videos in the works. The production crew's working on it even now. We're trying to maintain the highest of production standards for you, my dear and esteemed viewer. Because we're all part of this story. It's not just his story or her story, it is our story.
Namaste, namaskaram.